But and I'm gonna tell you, I watched the video earlier. This dude named Larry Elder. He was on the Breakfast Club,
They sound
and
familiar.
they were they were really grilling him, kind of being coming at him, being combative against him. Um, because it seems that the Breakfast Club hosts, they just wanted to blame all the problems of black people in America. They just wanted to blame it on white people and say that was the source of everything. It's because white people was in charge, or white people created this system, and white people this. And
The
he was
white
he
man.
he wouldn't exactly he wasn't going for it. He said, really, man, when you talking the violence in our communities, when you talking about how the education level and how these kids are turning out, and the the issue or the battle between the black man and the black woman, he broke it all the way down and was like, even if you bring in systemic racism, he said, if you go back into the 40s and 50s, 60s, where you had systemic racism, was kind of technically at a higher or more in your face level,
Mm-hmm.
because the Ku Klux Klan was a little bit more prominent and still running
Yeah.
around doing all these things. He says, but yet, even then, 80% of us were more intact as far as the nuclear family. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't killing and stealing and robbing from each other the way we were. Our women were still a lot more from the position of being a traditional gender roles, and it
Right.
wasn't looked at as a bad thing. He said, so really, the main problem that's going on in Black America today is more related to the fatherless homes,
Right.
them getting the man out of the house, and he started running through the stats and the fact that, I mean, he couldn't
It
really be
un-
denied.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
undeniable.
man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is just a conclusion I came to. I just left the States like last week. And of all the years I've gone back, this time being there, man, I've come to the conclusion that the nuclear family is finished, man. For our people, it's it's
Absolutely.
it's a point of no return. And it's extremely hard to say that, like to hear those words come out of my mouth. But I just feel so strongly seeing where we're at and some of the experiences that I had being back home. Man, listen, it's finished. Whatever is the next phase, we're walking into it blindly. And when I say we're walking into it blindly, we're basically basking in it. We've taken the role of glorying in our own degradation, in our own destruction. We're happy that we are where we are. And when I say that, I'm not saying it like it's something that we're consciously doing it. It's subconscious. So when you try to
Mhm.
make people aware of it, like you're mentioning about the brother doing it on the Breakfast Club, you get that kind of pushback. So when
Yeah.
you try to fix the problem, we can't fix the problem because we don't think we're the ones that's causing it. We think it's external.
Yep.
So my goodness, man, it's I feel so bad for the generation that's coming up now. When I say the generation coming up now, I'm talking about the children that are between the ages of 3 and 10 that are going through this education system and dealing with the parents that are around my age and a little bit older and a little bit younger. I, I don't know where they're going to be, their mindsets, what they're going to be doing in the next 15 to 20 years, but I could tell you that I can't see, things going on as normal as when we were children and having a childhood and things of that nature. I can't even foresee what the next generation of children would look like. It's that bad, man. It's
I
really that bad.
can. They're going to be zombies. They're going to be zombies. Like, unfortunately, there's no other way around it, because anybody with any kind of wisdom and sense, all right, I mean, any kind of level thinking of logic or anything like that, and this is both men and women,
Right.
anybody along those levels that's of black people is sitting back right now shaking their head trying to figure out, man, how can I navigate around this mess and protect me and mine from this out here?
Right.
That's anybody with any level of sense and logic, I'm telling you. And what's going to tend to happen is these people are going to end up being pushed out of society in some shape or form.
That's
You
exactly what's
know,
happening.
Yep, they're gonna get pushed out of society because their way of thinking is going to become so um outlined or almost outlawed, so to speak,
Right.
to where you're going to be looked at as so there's something wrong with you because you think that way. What do you mean? What's the problem with a woman choosing to be a single mother? There's nothing wrong with that. What do you mean? Why can't we have um um people, men dressed up as women reading storybook hours to your children? It's something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with us. You see what I'm saying? And so,
are we not there already? Is that not already?
We're pretty
yeah,
much,
but
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
The
that's
next generation is going to be second and second.
yeah,
And what's
second
surprising,
nature.
right? What he's saying is basically the way of thinking that, for example, we may have right now is going to be archaic by the time these children,
Yeah,
reach adulthood. It's going to be like,
yeah,
y'all are like, what's with these people? Like, y'all still exist?
yeah. And that's why I say you're going to get pushed out of society.